Okay, here's what the little keeper is going to look like. I don't know if the camera will focus on it or not, and no fit on it, and then the E-clip will go in the groove. These springs aren't right, but that's what they're going to look like. No, they're going to look like that. This spring is too heavy, and this one here is just about right. So, but that one there is way too heavy. So, like I say, I got to wind springs. So, that's going to be my next. I'm going to clean up the lathe here, round up some stuff for wire winding mandrel, and we'll see if we can't wind up a wire spring here and get the right tension on spring, because that one is too heavy. The one there would work, but I don't have any more. I want them all to match. So anyway, that's where I'm at. The keepers, like I say, they aren't much. They're just turned to fit around the spring, or fit into the center of the spring, and then the counterbore on the other side where the E-clip will fit down in. So I'm continuing on. So I'll when I get start winding springs, I'll show you how I'm doing that. Catch you later. Okay, I'm going to try to wind the spring. I made this tool quite a while back, really. And all it is it's a piece of bolt or a piece of stud, and I drilled a hole through for a slip fit of some copper tubing. And this copper tubing I swiped from an old thermocoupler. I never throw anything away. But anyway, I used that. I soldered that in place, and then I run the wire through that. I went and I made several attempts at it until I found the right mandrel size, and now I think I have the right mandrel size. So what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to set the camera somewhere where, just trying to find a spot for the camera. All right. So what I do is now I line it up with I drilled a cross hole in there for starting. I get my material, my piano wire, a spring wire. This is actually, what I'm using is actually stainless spring wire. And I just feed it through the tube, comes out. Now see, I got to move it a little bit. And sometimes it's there we go. I think that's, well, I'll just back away, and then I'll come back up on it. And I just put that in there, and then I feed back up here, get close. Now the first couple wraps, now I want them closed, so I don't move it. I don't engage it, and I've got it set at 6 threads per inch. And the first couple wraps, I don't pull on it with the pliers either. So, yeah, I pulled on it with my hand and pulled it out of there, darn it. And I'll back out and get it back in there. There we go. That's why I don't pull on it right away. Till it gets that first bend or two, and then I just kind of line the carriage up with the edge of the hole there. Now I grab it with the pliers and I put a little bit of tension on it, and I make a couple wraps right here so that the ends are closed. If you happen to go too far, you can just hit reverse and reverse it right back up. So now I engaged the threading. I thought I did. See now I went too far, and I don't want that many wraps. Just back up. Trying to do this and explain, and all right, let's try it again. I want at least one wrap. All right. I think I got it engaged this time. I should make a screw on here to tension it, but I just hold it, like I say, I hold it with the pliers. I got that red line out, a mark out there for about the length that I want. Right about there. Now I disengage it again, make a couple wraps here. Oh shoot. I bent my mandrel. It's okay though. I can tap it back in. Alright, so now we just take and snip it off here. Pulled too hard and bent my mandrel. Alright, now you have to get in there and snip this little tang off that's going through the hole. Sometimes that's a pain in the butt. There we go, got it. Then basically I just clean up the ends here. I just take this one here I can take about the first loop off. There we go. And the same thing here. I can take about the first loop off. That should do it. Alright, let's go see if it fits on the motor the way it's supposed to. Okay, so here's the motor. I got one already on. Slides on there real nice. Cap in there. Humble fingers. And then slide it down, get an E-clip. The E-clips are so small, they're hard to pick up off the surface blade. Hopefully you're seeing. And get it started in the groove. And what I do is I take my scribe, the back of my scribe, and try to push it home. I don't know if I felt it snap or not. There it goes. There. There it is. Those two are done. Now this one here is not going up on where it's supposed to. I might have to take that one back apart. This one did. Went right up there real nice. But anyway, that's how I wind the springs. It's nothing fancy. Just a piece of copper tubing in a bolt that's silver soldered in a bolt. I'm going to have to bend my mandrel back straight, which is no big deal. I'll just take a hammer and tap it over. And I need to make a couple more springs, and then that part of it will be done. So, slow but sure. Not doing it for speed. I'm just doing it to enjoy myself, basically. So, anyway, that's how I wind my springs. I start with a bigger mandrel. I started with a actually I started with a smaller mandrel than what I wanted. I started with a 3/16. Checked how much it expanded after I took it off, and expanded, what the heck was it? Anyway, I figured out that I needed to take a 250 diameter, turn 30 thousandths off the diameter, because that's about how much it expanded, and then made the mandrel work fine. So I'll get them made, and when I come back, we'll probably be working on rockers. I'll have to work on the rockers. Let's see, what do I got left on the heads? Anything? Oh, I want to make some stainless washers on top for the heads. So, but that's no big deal. I'm just going to take a piece of stainless, turn the OD that I want, drill stud diameter through. That way I can put them under the bolts, under the nuts. So, and then I think the next thing we'll be working on is rockers, or that. Oh, wait a minute. Standoffs that go on the head. fit in this bolt hole here, and that's what holds the rockers. I'll do that first. So I'll get that made, and then we'll get busy on the rockers, and then after that, then I'm gonna go with the cam and work on cam stuff. Get the bushings made, the gears made, and then after that, lifters, crank, connecting rods, piston, rings, spark plug, and the Hall effect sensor holder that's going to hold and read the magnets. What I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if it'll work, is putting one magnet north pole facing out and one magnet south pole facing out. And then when I put the Hall effect sensors in there, put one in the right way and then put one in upside down. And I'm going to just try that and see if that works. If that works, then that'll allow me to use two different units and only get a spark when I need a spark on the cylinder. I don't know. I don't know if that'll work or not. But I'm going to find out. So until then, catch you later. Okay, springs are done. I am going to have to take it back apart because I haven't lapped the valves yet either. So, but I just thought I'd give you a view of this is the spring winding tool that I just use. Like I say, it's just an old piece of stud that I drilled a hole through, slid copper tubing from a thermocoupler in it, and soldered the end of it, and that's what I use. So I just lay that on the shelf, and when I need to make a spring, I just put this in my boring bar holder and proceed to make a spring. So anyway, just thought I'd show that to you. It's pretty simple. And as far as mandrels, I can never figure out, depending on the diameter of the spring wire, the diameter of the spring, there's a lot of variables on how much it's going to spring back. So I always just start with pick a diameter, do it, make a spring, check to see how much it expanded, and just kind of adjust from there. So, but anyway, springs are done. So on to the stand up for the rocker arms. Catch you later.